Hi, I'm Jeremy, and I'm a patient of Dr. Jasper's. I'm going to tell you my story and how it was I came to be that patient. I was very physical. I worked in kind of crazier jobs than I guess most people have, and I kind of abused my body a lot. And in the end, it didn't really take much. It took me, I think, at my niece's christening, I helped the priest empty out the font. She was dunked into, and that was it. I felt my back just give way, and it folded up like a lawn chair. I couldn't walk. I couldn't sit. I couldn't stand for almost 4 years. No doctor would look at me. The type of jobs I had, I didn't have any kind of insurance at the time or anything like that. When I finally got on disability and I was able to look around, I found doctors that told me I was broken and there was nothing they could do to help me out at all. And I didn't even know exactly what was wrong with me. That was the crazy thing. I was told, oh, you had a herniated disc, but what does that even mean? And why are other people out there functioning with this and I can't? I was so bad. The pain I felt go running down both legs from my waist all the way down to my feet. It was the most excruciating pain, and it lasted 24/7. I was told that I even cried in my sleep. And here I am, finally now going to doctors, and they're saying, well, there's nothing that really can fix you. Inevitably, I did find a doctor, and actually nobody at the time would have seen me, and we called our congressman, and he got me in an hour later. But what they did was they gave me a laminectomy, which now that, talking to Dr. Jasper, I've discovered was actually the worst possible thing they could have done for me. But at the time I didn't know. I was just looking for any kind of future after 4 years of just living in the worst kind of pain you can ever imagine. And eventually it came back. I think for 2 years, maybe a year and a half, I was okay. And then it just filled in with scar tissue, and I was right back to square one. My pain doctors from there on out, they gave me pills, and they gave me shots, and some of those doctors, they just now that I know that there's a difference between a doctor and a very good doctor. They hurt me more than I think I ever got any kind of sensation of feeling better from them. So finally, my wife actually found Dr. Jasper and the Pain Institute, and I came in, and my attitude may have been like what some of you must be feeling, like, oh yeah, I'm going to hear a doctor tell me a bunch of stuff and it's not going to mean anything, and I'm going to go home feeling the same horrible way I've always been feeling. But on the 4th visit, I got into this operation, this endoscopic discectomy, and I walked out. They wheeled me in, actually, on a gurney, because I couldn't even stand. I couldn't sit. I was back to square one again. And after the surgery, I walked out. I have a life now. I can play with my son, my 8-year-old boy. I can be a family man with my wife. It gave me my life back, and you'll probably hear a lot of that going to Dr. Jasper's. Those same type of stories that he gave me my life back. But that's not a joke. I sat in a lot of waiting rooms, just as I'm sure you have, and I've heard a lot of people's stories, and most of them were the same as mine. And no one can help me. Test after test after test, No one can help me. Procedures done. No one. Well, I'm here to tell you now that there is someone out there. But see, the thing is that this endoscopic discectomy, not a lot of people know about it. In fact, and I've learned since that Dr. Jasper is one of the pioneers of this surgery. The thing is that nobody really knows. The common Joes such as you and I don't know about it. And other places who say they do it with lasers or what have you aren't actually doing an endoscopic discectomy. But Dr. Jasper is the real deal. I will say that again and again. He is the real deal. I have a life now. I was wheeled in and I walked out with my head held high. And it was because of the Jasper Spine Institute. And as I said before, I have been to all kinds of different doctors who promised me the moon and the stars. The difference is, when you're with Dr. Jasper, you get to feel better. That's all he cares about. I've never actually met a doctor more passionate about helping people and making them feel better than Dr. Jasper. What I hope this testimonial will do is give some of you some relief of heart and hope that things can get better, that you don't need to feel the pain that you do. There is a solution, and the best person, I think, to give you that is Dr. Jasper. He will hunt down what's wrong with you, and he will tell you right plainly, no sugarcoating or anything like that, and he will give you, if he can do something for you, he will do it, and you will feel better. It's not just words. Another thing I wanted to tell you about is the place, the pain center, the Spine Institute. The people that work there care. And that's another thing that I've discovered, that from going to other places, that a lot of people get desensitized, and you don't get that feeling like you're dealing with people who see you as a human being with a lot of problems. Because, I mean, that's what we are if we're here, after all. We are people who are in a lot of pain. And not sympathy, but empathy for that pain, and kindness, and being treated as though you're a human being who's cared for is a big deal. It's all the difference in the world. And that's what you get here at Dr. Jasper's. I've had nurses who weren't even directly involved with my case call me up because they wanted to know how I was feeling. That's unheard of in a lot of the places that I've been. So yeah, Dr. Jasper's, you're gonna feel good. You really are, and it doesn't have to be bad forever. Dr. Jasper will help you. Thank you.